Hello friends, we're going to do a little bit of yoga at the kitchen counter. We all have a kitchen counter. We all have a little bit of time to spare in the kitchen while we're in the kitchen. So let's stand at the counter, a comfortable distance so that you're not reaching. You're nice and comfortable and you can draw your shoulders back and stand tall with the fingers spread on the counter. Facing forward, use the pressure, a little bit of pressure into the counter to let yourself get nice and tall, feeling the spine as long as it can feel. Make sure your chin isn't forward, but your ears are more so in line with your shoulders. Feet are right under the hips, the hip points. Facing forward, spread your toes, and then lengthen them as you place them down on the mat or the kitchen floor. Bare feet will definitely help you get a grip. And slowly nod the head yes. Going with how you feel, always throughout this video. Never wanting to feel anything that's painful, so adjust yourselves. Come back into center. Find yourself facing out and then shake your head no. Maybe close your eyes. Slowly shake your head no. Soften your face. Your lips are touching, but your teeth have a little bit of separation. Breathing in and out through the nose. Come back into center, and just like a metronome, let's take the head ear toward the shoulder, just a direction, and then come back up through center. Take the ear toward the other shoulder, really feeling it out. Keep that movement going. Closing your eyes always kind of gives you a step up on noticing how you're feeling. Come back up into center. Now we're going to just simply come onto the balls of the feet, and then we're going to lean back a bit and lift the heels. So first we're going to lift the heels first. We're going to lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. Feel those calf muscles and slowly come down. Slow as you can. Now lean back a little, bend the knees a little, lift the balls of the feet. Notice your Achilles tendon. Slowly bring it back. Now you're going to lift the heels again. Nice and tall, feel your quads engaged. Slowly, mindfully come down. Bend the knees, lean back a little, lift the balls of the feet and the toes. One more time. Inhale, get tall. Nice soft breath in. Exhaling down. Bend the knees a bit. Lift the balls of the feet. Remaining with your hands on the counter. Come into a neutral position. Now we're going to place the right hand with the right pinky and even the fingertips along the edge of the counter. Take the left hand to your hip, and using this, we're going to walk away. We're going to turn away from the counter. Inhale, then on the exhalation, take these little baby steps. So you're just turning yourself away as far as feels good to you. Stretching the front of the shoulder here. Look over. Soften your face. Now slowly begin to walk it back. You're pivoting. Little baby steps. Step, 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 step. Taking it back till you're facing front. Now take the right hand to your hip as you take the left hand against the edge of the counter. So you're grounding here. Inhale here. And to open the left shoulder, we're going to take these little baby steps. Now this shoulder might be bothering you, and you might just stop right here. You go with how you feel. Feeling it open, so you're ever so slowly stretching it. And then looking over to the right. And remember, if you think you've gone too far, you take a little baby step back in a bit. Little softness in your knees. And then slowly walk it back to center. Now we're going to take a side lean, taking the right arm up to the sky, facing forward, feet together for more challenge or a little separation. Exhale, side bend to the left. Don't let your chest turn down. Keep your chest lifted. You can always look up toward that inner elbow of the right arm. Inhale up, and then bring the hand down. And we'll take it to the other side. The left arm rises. Get super tall. You're reaching with your arm, but not your shoulder. So set that shoulder down. Inhale up, and on the exhalation, lean to the right. Maybe looking up toward the inner elbow. Chest or knees lifted. Inhale up, bend the arm and come down. Now we're going to add to this stretch by taking the right foot and bringing it around the back and placing your foot on the ground, the ball of the foot. So the ball of the right foot is on the ground behind the left leg. You want to feel nice and comfortable. Let the right arm rise, and on the exhalation, lean to the right. You've added to your stretch by bringing that right leg behind the left. Just an option. Inhale it up, come back, feel buoyant in your legs, and then bring the right one around to meet the left. Feet are touching. Now, find that buoyancy. Bring the left one behind the right and just put the ball of the foot on the floor and find some buoyancy here. Left arm rises, exhaling, leaning to the right. So now you have that stretch going down the side of the leg and up. Inhale it up, let the arm fall down, feel buoyant, and bring it back. Feet are together. Now we're going to step back into a downward facing dog at the counter. I'm going to tilt this camera a little bit back so you can follow better. Find the distance with your hands that's right for you. You might like a little bit wider, or you might like right in front of your shoulders. Let's walk it back. Bend your knees, walk it back. You want to come back so you feel like you're in an L shape. Fingers are still nice and spread on the counter. You're pressing into the counter. You can have your knees bent here. That feels better for you. Have your knees bent. Notice how long your spine feels. Sink your chest down a little bit more if that feels available to you. Not letting the head drop down. Keeping the neck in line with the spine. You're gazing down. You want to straighten your legs more. See how that feels. That's your option. Notice how your body moves gently as you're breathing, lifting a little on the inhalation. And it sinks down a little on the exhalation. You have a little arch in your back. Your tailbone is reaching for the ceiling, whether your knees are bent or not. Try not to round your back. And then little awareness in your hands as you look up, bending your knees, and walk it up. Now we're going to do a warrior 3 at the counter. So first, let's bring the feet right under the hips and let's just feel loose. This little rag doll, bending, swaying. Loosen your knees, buoyant in your knees. If you have a knee issue, you can just twist a little at the waist. Don't include your knees at all. Eyes can follow your hands. And then come back. Now we're going to do the same downward facing dog, keeping the feet together though. So begin to bend your knees and walk it back. And I'm going to turn this a little bit more even to catch my foot. Coming back, take the feet together. Your knees can always be bent, remember, and you can just stay here. You don't have to lift your leg. I realize you can't see my head. I'm going to put the weight into the left foot and just drag the right foot back. Now you could stay here with the toe on the mat or on the floor, or you could begin to let that foot rise, flexing the foot, and try not to open through the hips. So keep your hips level. think of your toes as facing the mat. So your toes are facing the ground. And if you have any discomfort in your shoulder area and it would feel better to widen your hands, just gingerly do that. Or come out of this pose. A little bit of bend, a little micro bend in the standing leg for sure. Think I am inhaling, I am exhaling. Bring your awareness to your breath. Make any little adjustments that feel good to you. Then begin to bend both knees a little bit as you come back in, and we'll walk it up back to the counter. Between sides, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So let's come forward, up, back, and down. And if you like holding onto the counter, you can always do this one shoulder at a time and hold onto the counter. And then switch if you are holding the counter. Now we're going to do the other side. Spread your fingers, find the distance apart in your shoulders that feels good to you, and then begin to walk it back. Feet together. Now this time we're going to put the weight into the left foot as we let the right one begin to come back, and you might just want to stay on the toes. Or lift that leg, toes are facing the mat. Little micro bend in the standing leg. Find a little bend in both legs. Coming back up, walk yourself up. Now we're going to go into a warrior one or high lunge at the counter. So I want to bring this like right in the middle. We're still holding onto the counter, spreading the fingers, and then first get nice and tall so that your arms are straight. And then we're going to lead the left foot forward and step back with the right in a warrior one. Now you're going to creep the left foot forward so that the knee is not past your ankle, and the back foot is either down with your heel in toward your body just a little bit, or you're on the ball of the foot for a high lunge. Now you can keep your hands here, find a little arch in your back. If you walk your fingertips back, if you want to add one arm, you want to add to this nice long stretch along the right side of the body. So let the right arm come up. I'm just touching the counter with the fingertips of the left hand, allowing maybe a little back arch if that feels good to you. Not necessary at all. You could be just straight up and down, not reaching with your shoulder. Little smile. And you close your eyes for a challenge. Active in that leg, so like you're pressing the back leg a little bit straight. I'm on the ball of the back foot, can't tell. Hard to capture everything here with this iPad in the kitchen. Bend your elbow, step it up, and we'll step back with the other foot. Now the left foot comes back. I'm on the ball of the back foot. Finding a lift in my chest by walking my fingers back so that I'm not rounded. Almost like I did a little shoulder circle, and then touch the counter. I'm going to bring one arm up. It's going to be my left one. Inhaling it up, adding to this whole stretch in this side of the body. Maybe leaning back a little bit. Sort of pulling the counter toward me with my right fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe I decide to stay totally upright here. And then bend the arm, find some buoyancy, and step it up. Thanks for doing a little bit of kitchen counter yoga at the kitchen counter. Namaste. Have a good day.